One of the something that concerns me a lot that's going on in our world today, I think people are more selfish today than they've ever been. And so much of the world of self-development, even the world of spirituality, is very focused on what do you want? What do you want to get? In our tradition, in the Bhakti tradition, Bhakti means devotion, it's about selfless service, it's about contribution, it's about compassion, it's about feeling for the sufferings of others, trying to alleviate their suffering. It's about trying to serve God without any motive, without asking for anything. And so many religions today, they kind of have the opposite idea, that God is an order supplier. Just you ask God for whatever you want, and whatever you want is very self-centered. And they tell you, ask God for things of this world, more money, bigger house, better job, and so on. In and of themselves, there's nothing wrong with that. It's, of course, all how you use it. But the concept of just asking God for those things is fundamentally, diametrically opposed to the principles of love and pure devotion. And it feeds into this consciousness that everything is about me and how I feel and what I want and what makes me happy. And of course we know that our society today has programmed us very much to be that way, because there's so much convenience in our world today, and we can all afford this convenience. And it's actually harmful for us, because there's so many things at our fingertips to tantalize us, to entertain us. And it's not actually healthy, and we're all absorbed in it. And we need to be more giving, loving, generous, and less self-centered. And I study a lot of the self-development world, self-development books and teachers, and they're all helping people get what they want, but very few are defining really what it is you want. So in the Bhakti tradition, we teach what people really want, because we know as spiritual souls what are the needs of the soul and what the soul wants. And what the soul wants is not what the body wants. So mostly people are teaching us what the body wants. And so in the name of self-development or self-improvement, often what happens is we become more self-centered, more self-serving. And even then when it gets really bad is we become nice, we become kind, we become compassionate because we want to get something from somebody. So we're using these spiritual qualities or the qualities of higher consciousness to take advantage of people. So that's kind of like the ultimate paradox of self-centeredness. Or we use spirituality to gain some advantage from people, gain something over people by promoting myself as spiritual or advertising myself as spiritual. Then I can get something. I can get you to submit to me, or I can get you to give me money, or so forth. So real spiritual life, real development of life, is how selfless we become, how pure our heart is, how devoted we become, both to God and to helping other people come closer to God. And even on the material level, helping people, because by helping people we get out of our self-centeredness, out of our centered world. Although the ultimate help is spiritual, but still helping people anyway helps us overcome our self-centeredness. There's an interesting portion of the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is meant to help us connect with God in our service, in our heart, our mind, our emotions, in all ways. But in the Gita, Lord Krishna says, if that's too much for you, if you can't get there right away, then at least serve others. Serve a cause beyond your own cause. And the reason that Krishna says that is because we're also self-centered, we're also self-absorbed. That Krishna's point is, if you can't serve me directly, then serve somebody, but serve somebody other than yourself. Of course, we have to take care of our needs. But what Krishna is saying is, serve, give of yourself, sacrifice of yourself. Don't always be thinking about what you want. I often tell this story that I travel a lot, so when I'm late, I'm running to get to my gate, I only have one thought: get to my plane on time. And I never think, are there other people in the airport who need to get to their plane on time? So I think that's a good example of how we normally think in life. We're always thinking about, well, what do we want, what do we need? Isn't it? Are we thinking about, do other people have the same needs I have? Can I help them get what they need? We normally don't think that way. And that's a problem. Spiritual life is meant to help us transcend this, purify us, awaken our desire to be of service. That's what it does when it works, when we do it right. And that's what we teach. And we know, we understand that as people elevate their consciousness to this level, the whole world can change. But as long as we're fed in a way that we become more self-centered, more materialistic, it's just the world becomes more and more degraded, more competitive. And we destroy the planet to prosper, so-called prosper, which is another paradox. So spirituality is a real solution to the problems that we face on so many levels.